Hello beautiful souls, and welcome back. In today's Tarot and Oracle reading, I will be using the Enchanted Map Oracle as well as the WIldwood Tarot. I hope you guys are not getting annoyed with my use of the WIldwood Tarot. It's been a deck that has been speaking to me for the last 2 months. I've really been feeling a connection with the woods and the forest and the trees, and this deck just has a very similar vibe, so I'm going to continue to use it for the foreseeable future, but I'm going to change up the oracle decks. So I do want to make a quick announcement while I'm shuffling these oracle cards, and that is that I started a Facebook group. It is called the Amethyst Moon Sisterhood. It is a digital women's circle. So if you identify as female and you would like to partake in this women's circle, the link to the Facebook group will be listed down in the description box. It is a brand new group at the time of recording this video. I literally just started it. I think there's 3 people in it. So please come over, say hi, join the group. We would love to have you. It's going to be a group to share empowerment, to share wisdom, to, discuss things, spiritual things, witchy things, the law of attraction, that kind of thing. And as we move forward in this channel, I want to start talking more about those things. I want to expand from just tarot and oracle readings. I want to talk more about crystals. I want to talk more about using colors and numerology and herbs. I want to talk about all that. So we will be doing that. And our card for today to get us started is the card of Wishing Well. There we go. Wishing Well. The first thing that came to my mind when I saw this card is don't be afraid to go after your dreams. Don't be afraid to make that wish. So often we don't allow ourselves to really think about the grand things, the extravagant things, the big wishes in our lives, because we may doubt ourselves and we may feel like we will never be able to achieve them. So why bother asking, right? Why bother asking for the big things if we're struggling with the little things? But I think this card, okay, there's a lot of cards that came out. Oh, and this one, you can't even see it. There's a card just sitting off to the side. I don't know when I dropped it. We're going to look at this card last. What was I saying? So often we're afraid to ask for the big things because we might struggle with achieving the little things. And it's time to ask for the big things, because if we never ask, we'll never know. Even if we don't reach our dreams, we should have fun trying, right? And the first card that came out is the Knight of Stones, the horse. And this card is about taking action. It's about moving forward and doing what you need to do. Taking action is key here. And I think that it is time for us to take action. The next card I noticed was the Wanderer in reverse. And this is telling me that you're afraid to take that step. Whatever it is that you're wishing for, you think that the end goal is so far unattainable that you're not even willing to take the first step to achieve it, whatever that goal might be. And I want to encourage you to go after that goal, because the process is where the pleasure is. We have the pole star. It's not about getting to the end of the journey. It's about going down this path and trusting that your intuition is going to guide you, trusting that nature and those around you are going to guide you, like the North Star. It's going to guide you. But even though you're following the North Star, you're never going to get there. It's just a tool on the path. It's just a tool on the journey. So think of this pole star as your dream. It's what you're wanting to get to. It's what you're wanting to go for. It doesn't matter if you get all the way there, because sometimes dreams are unattainable. But the process and the journey towards that goal and working on that goal is where the abundance and where the fulfillment lies. When you think of a goal, right, or even if you think of like writing a to-do list, break it down into little things. I'm gonna give you like a very like kind of practical example, right? If you have to clean your house, you don't put on your to-do list, clean the house, and have that be the only thing. You break it down. Maybe you have to vacuum, you have to clean the counters, perhaps you want to wash your blinds, perhaps the toilet needs to be scrubbed. All of those steps are part of the process, part of the journey. Now, is cleaning your house a fulfilling and exciting journey? Not necessarily, but it's a practical example that we can all relate to, right? No matter what your big picture goal is, no matter what it is that you are wishing for, there's always going to be little steps that you can break it down along the way, right? If you want to have a successful business, what are the first things you need to do? Perhaps you need to figure out, what that business is going to be. You need to figure out your branding. What are your brand colors? What's your brand's name going to be? What's your logo going to be? What imagery are you going to use? What topics are you going to discuss? What items are you going to sell? What kind of photography are you going to use? What kind of advertising are you going to use, right? All of these things are little steps that will help you on your journey. You can't think, I'm going to have a successful business and just be there. You got to do all these little steps. And even if you don't end up with a Fortune 500 company, but you grow a business that you love being a part of, that you love the people you hire, you love the products you sell, there's fulfillment in the journey, even if at the end of the day, you're not bringing home millions of dollars, right? The next card we have is the Hooded Man in reverse. And the first thing I honestly thought was, don't hide. Take off your hood and let the world see you. Shine light onto yourself and onto your ideas. You don't necessarily need to be a public figure and be completely present in whatever it is that you do. Perhaps your dream is, say you're an artist. So you might not be front and center, but your art is front and center, and you have to remove the veil that is hiding your art currently. You know, like if your art is just stashed away in your closet, who's going to see it? Take off the hood, take off the veil, and, you know, submit your work to a gallery. Perhaps put it on Etsy. Start posting on Instagram. Find different ways to show who you are in your art to the world. We have the Great Bear in reverse. And this card's making me think that you're being too protective over your idea. Perhaps that's why you're afraid to start. Because you're afraid of not only what failing might mean, but you're afraid of what success might mean. It's almost like either way you feel like you're in a losing battle. Because if everything isn't perfect, then what is it going to be? I think progress over perfection is going to be key for you in finding the courage within yourself to make this wish. Now, what was this last card? Oh, we have the card of balance, but it's in reverse. It's almost like you're feeling completely out of balance and completely out of touch with yourself. Perhaps that's why you're not making this wish, because you don't even truly know what it is that you want. So perhaps the first wish you need to make is one of balance and one of clarity, to find a deeper understanding within yourself as to where it is that you want to go. But also keep in mind that things are constantly moving, constantly evolving, and constantly changing. So as we go through this journey of life, as we go through and decide what we want to be when we grow up, just remember that you can always go down a different path. You can always change direction. You can always try something new. You never know where this path is going to lead you. The same path may lead you in a different direction that you never even dreamed of. It might lead you to something far better than you could have ever expected. But again, until you have the courage to start, until you have the courage to make that wish and make that desire known, and I don't mean known to the world, but known to yourself. Until you are able to make that desire known to yourself and know where you want to go, you're never going to know which path to go down, and you're never going to have any idea as to where it's going to lead you. So I would say start with some introspection, start with meditation, journaling, even a conversation with a good and trusted friend or family member. Allow yourself grace, allow yourself time, but remember to trust yourself and to go for it. You deserve to go after your dreams. You deserve to have that opportunity. So go for it. I hope you enjoyed this tarot and oracle reading. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Have a fantastic day. Bye.